Jumping right in. This one's called Inheritance.
His strong, flexible feathers. In an emergency,
Tokoyami giving the intro is kind of different.
Need, but they serve as weapon. If he loses a large number of feathers,
he's got to use his brain a lot for his power.
But they grow back after a few days.
I stop bad guys before fires.
He doesn't get hit.
Out of the way!
Oh.
That taxi is coming through!
But he wasn't able to do that this time because he had to stop twice, no matter what, even if that meant letting all his feathers get burnt up. He was going right through Dabi's fire when he killed twice. So I'm thinking that he's going to be very hurt. I also love that they made a special graphic for the Fat Gum Taxi. I love Mount Lady in the background there.
Oh no.
Oh, he's real hurt. Here's the deal, though.
What's your deal?
Like, clearly, Dabi's power. So, the show deliberately set us last season through the limitations of Endeavor's power, right? It explained he basically gets himself too hot. Eventually, his own flames will burn him or make his body heat too heavy. The thing is, Dabi's flames are hotter than Endeavor's. That's why they're blue. And this is what I think is going to be the core. So no one in Endeavor's family will talk about what happened to the missing kid. And what I think happened was he got pushed too hard because he was kind of seen as a reject, just like all the other kids, except for, I said Todoroki, but they're all Todoroki. The Todoroki that's in Class 1A. He was like the chosen kid because he had the combination of quirks that Endeavor was looking for. Whereas Dabi, the missing kid, who I think is Dabi, was probably trying to like get his dad's attention or something and like pushed his quirk too far. And it just so happened because of the quirk singularity, right? Quirks get stronger as the generations go on. His like body can't handle it, which is why he's all burned up and messed up, because like he actually burns too hot, and he also doesn't have the self-control to not burn himself. So those markings were on his face already.
Grow up to be the League, Shigaraki. I've never cared about them.
Really?
Did you know the world can be? I am the one who will carry out Saint's will.
Wow, he's actually a Stain believer?
Hero killer.
Did he ever mention that when he first joined up with the League way back when it showed us like them all coming together? I can't remember. I wouldn't have taken him for a true believer, though. I thought his vendetta was solely against Endeavor, but maybe he just feels that way about all heroes now. I also think it's very interesting that he doesn't care about the League at all, or Shigaraki. Like, he considers himself to be kind of like the villain messiah a little bit.
Right.
He has always kind of done his own thing within the League.
With the blood of a hypocrite. At the end of the day, your death means nothing.
Nah, Hawks cannot be dead.
Are the heroes? Endeavor's currently on his way to help her.
He's got to get there because Mirko is real pressed right now.
You can't kill me.
Nice.
I owe you one.
So he can erase all of their quirks?
Corpses must be laid to rest again.
She's really agile.
The old man and Shigaraki.
You're going after him again.
If Shigaraki wakes up, though, they're in big trouble.
My goal.
She's really devoted. Ooh. There we go. Endeavor got there in time. Yeah, but that can't be the end of Shigaraki like that. That's too easy.
Is there a time limit? Or... Oh, yes, This is good.
It's interesting to actually see someone thinking about how the hero powers work.
Some quirk.
Running from...
Ooh, man, she is beat to hell.
I already owed you for your work in Kyushu. Don't you die.
I wonder if that's going to be harder for her to get healed up, like by like a healing quirk later. Like if you've already cauterized the wound, can you heal it again? I guess so, because people have been healed from burns.
Counting on you, Mike.
I've got this.
Yeah, he's gonna be powered up because he's pissed.
The data looks good.
We had big dreams when we were kids. Even when some of them turned into nightmares.
This hurts.
We had each other.
That would be a good show.
Authenticity.
The dream.
Nope.
Shared with him.
Nope.
The Lord of Evil.
Theory was irrational and based on weak evidence. The short-sighted fools.
Yeah, but he was actually
World
right
was
about
chaos
that.
at the time, and in order to restore peace, his presence is overwhelming. His smile like Buddha's. He is a god walking.
This man is a
among us,
true
human
believer in
form.
All for One.
My quirk, life force. Wanted was erasure. I feel dirty just touching him.
Wait,
I don't know if I'm.
whoa. That means they deliberately targeted Eraser's friend group back in the day when they were students, and they just managed to nab the wrong one of them, basically. They settled for their second choice. All for One with Erasure would be absolutely devastating. I never even thought about that as a possibility. Even though I knew he was deliberately like seeking out good quirks and stealing them, like the pussycat who had the search quirk that he stole. Wow. So I wonder what stopped him from just kidnapping Eraser at some point to take his power.
More to ever encountered.
You have to kill a guy like that. Like, he's a true believer. He will never stop trying to help All for One's goal.
Oh, I don't care about that anymore.
Do you still
He does, though.
wanna be a hero? Don't worry, I'm okay.
No.
Tenko! You were in my study.
All because his dad was a douchebag. Like, that's how this all happened.
For one predicted his demise and decided to entrust everything to his successor, including his astonishing quirk.
What?
But just like me, he maintained a duplicate of his own power.
No! No.
Transferring the original to Tomura Shigaraki.
No! This all makes sense now. I wondered how we were going to get by without All for One's power because it's so useful. But he, just like All Might, wasn't fighting with his full strength. All for One wasn't fighting with his full strength either. He was fighting with basically a copy of his, and that's why he only had so many quirks banked up. So Shigaraki now has his power and can gain more quirks. He just had to have his body be strong enough to do it. That's what's going on. That's why he needed to get powered up, not to make his quirks stronger, but to make him able to steal more quirks.
I'm done
Oh, this guy's dead.
being rejected. Done.
Ooh. Wow, what a cliffhanger. Woo. Well, the mission at the mansion can be successful, but the mission at the hospital is now officially a failure. They might get the doctor, but Shigaraki does not need the doctor anymore if he can use All for One's power, plus his own, like, heavily upgraded power now. He's really scary, like, truly scary. And it all depends on what he decides to do with that power. If he really wants to continue All for One's goals, which, because I've never been 100% sure that Shigaraki actually bought into all for One's philosophy, or if he just liked the way that power made him feel, and it was the support of All for One was convenient for him. I don't think he fully buys into All for One's philosophy. He just wants to destroy Hero Society completely. He has no like aspiration to rule over it like All for One did. So their goals are slightly different, but All for One probably planned for that as well because he's an amazing villain. I love the way they have characterized All for One, where he's even willing to sacrifice his own freedom in pursuit of his goal. He set it all up so that it would all work. There's backup plans on backup plans, so much so that he even transferred his own real power to Shigaraki. That's how all in he is on Shigaraki. Very surprising. I never would have thought that All for One would give his power away like that. That's a total, like, out of left field for me.